beautiful, it is your girl 𝐿𝐼𝐃 in the house, founder and CEO of Selfish Babe, also a self-proclaimed self-love empowerment manifester, teaching millions of women all over the world to selfishly and authentically love themselves so that they can be accountable for the change and creation in their lives. So thank you, my love, for joining me. I'm so happy to be bringing you this class because there's a tweet that has been going around that I thought would be such an amazing subject to talk about. So today's topic is 3 reasons why letting go of your trauma identity serves you. 3 reasons why letting go of your trauma identity serves you. So the first reason why letting go of your trauma identity serves you is number 1, you get to find out who you really are. So I know some of you may not know the tweet that I'm talking about, but I'm gonna read it right now. So this is the tweet that has been going around on social media. It says, "It just occurred to me that many people are actually afraid to heal because their entire identity is centered around the trauma they have experienced. They have no idea who they are outside of trauma, and that unknown can be terrifying." And I was like, wow, a lot of people seem to actually agree with this. A lot of people actually resonate with this. A lot of people actually find this relatable to their own personal situations, knowing that they would rather hold on to their trauma because with their trauma, they know exactly who they are with their trauma. And to let go of that trauma makes them afraid because they don't know who they are anymore, right? So imagine, holding on to a trauma for 20 years and building up your character, your whole personality based on this trauma for 20 long years. And to simply let that go and be like, whoa, I don't know who I am anymore. After 20 years, you're probably 35, 37, maybe you're 40 years old, and you're like, I'm 40 years old. I'm supposed to know who I am. So to be able to let go of something that I have identified with for 20 years, and I'm no longer that anymore, can definitely be a scary thing. I totally agree with that. But I wanted to have you have a shift in perspective, right? Instead of being afraid of not knowing who you are, how about we change your perspective that you actually get to know who you are? I think when we think about this in a different perspective, it makes it a little bit more fun and it makes it a little bit more exciting. Now you get to really know who you are. You can actually start creating who you are. So it's like, yeah, I may not know anymore who I am, but don't look at it like that, because when you look at it like that, that's when fear comes in, right? Because now you're like, dang, I've had this identity for so long, and now to let that go, that's not simple for me. That's hard for me. But now when you change your perspective and you're like, no, now I get to really know who I am. Now I really get to create who it is that I want to be. I think when you change that perspective, you allow not fear to come in, you allow curiosity. You allow some happiness to come in, because you're like, wow, who am I really? After 40 long years, who could I possibly be? And I think changing your perspective in this is something that's going to help you grow. I think holding on to fear of not knowing who you are after 40 years, 20 years, 10 years, or 5 years, after a traumatic experience has happened, I don't think that's beneficial for you. I think that's going to keep you stagnant. That's going to keep you in that traumatic experience. That's going to keep you reliving that traumatic experience over and over again. And that's going to keep you being that same person you were 10 years ago, that same person you were 20 years ago, that same person you were 5 years ago, that person that you have created, because you've created these walls, right? You've created these walls around yourself, ingrained in them trauma, whatever it was that happened in your life, that's what you have ingrained on those walls. So based on what you have written on those walls is based on who you are today. It shows up in your life. It shows up in your personality. It shows up on what you choose and choose not to do. For example, you can be like, dang, after this trauma happened, I'm unworthy, I'm ugly, I'm not relatable, I'm not open, I'm unlovable, and I'm untrusting. So those are some of the words that you have written in your story because of the trauma that has happened in the past. So for For example, you could be like, dang, I'm untrusting, right? That's a story that continues after the trauma. So because after this trauma has happened and you've written out, I'm untrusting, that means you are closed off. That means people can't get to me. People can't get to me anymore because after this happened, I'm going to be untrusting. I'm going to keep my guard up and I'm not going to let anybody in and I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be safe within these four walls that I've created within myself, right? And you think that that is a good thing, but you're actually closing yourself off to a lot of good things that could be happening in your life right now. For example, let's say this trauma started February 5th, 2001, real random date. February 5th, 2001, this traumatic event happened, and it could be any traumatic event that you have defined traumatic for yourself. February 5th, 2001, the traumatic event has happened, right? And then after the traumatic event has happened, you continue to still write the story of, I'm unlovable, I'm untrusting, nobody's gonna fuck with me, I'm unworthy, I'm ugly, whatever it is that you continue to write for yourself, that is what you are creating. You are still creating this traumatic event, although the facts, the actual dated facts, is that the event happened February 5th, 2001. So why is it that March 3rd, 2010, you are still writing this story for yourself? You are still reliving your trauma. You are still trapped in your trauma, and you think that that is normal, that that is okay, that that is healthy for you, that is safe for you. That is not good. That is not healthy for you, and that's not going to allow yourself to grow. You're going to stay trapped in February 5th, 2001, you are stuck in time. Time continues to move on and you are still in 2001 when you, my love, should be in 2010 with the rest of the world, creating who it is that you truly are. So, the first reason why letting go of your trauma identity serves you is that what? Number one, you get to really realize, you get to know who you truly are. The second reason why letting go of your trauma identity serves you is that you now understand that you are a creator. I'm going to say that. You now understand that you are a creator. Remember what I said, right? The traumatic event happened February 5th, 2001. That's when it happened. And after it happened, you wrote all these things for yourself. All these things that says, I'm ugly, I'm unworthy, I'm not trusting anymore, I'm closed off, nobody's going to fuck with me, I don't deserve this because this and this happened to me. I cannot get this because this and this happened to me. I cannot do this because this was my background. But remember what I said. The actual event happened when, you should know this date now, February 5th, 2001. It is now March 3rd, 2010. And you are still looking at your life and you're like, whoa, I'm still living in February 5th, 2001. But guess what? That's not sad news. That's great news. And you know why that's great news? Because now you understand the capacity that you have as a creator. Now you fully understand that you really are a creator because dang, you've created all these things around you, these situations, these scenarios that are continuing to happen in your life. For example, let's say, I want you to think back to your different scenarios and experiences in your life that has happened after the traumatic event has happened. So go back to 2001, maybe in March. Go back to 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Think about all those scenarios and experiences that have happened in your life after the traumatic experience, right? Now I want you to think about all the good people and all the good experiences that you have closed yourself off to because that traumatic event happened. I want you to think about that for a second. Think back to after the traumatic event happened, right? And think about all the good people and all the good situations and all the good scenarios that have come into your life or almost made it into your life, but they didn't quite get there because you closed yourself off after that traumatic experience. Because you didn't want anyone else to hurt you anymore. Because there are generally good people out in the world that care about you, that love you, that really want to do good by you. But because you are so closed off, you do not let them near you. And because they do not because you do not let them near you, they can't share their goodness with you. They can't even penetrate the damn wall that you have built surrounding yourself. You're in a fort right now, right? And then you look around and wonder, why don't good things happen to me? Good things are not happening to you, love, because you are still living in the past. You are still writing that traumatic experience and that traumatic story for yourself, although the traumatic experience happened 10 years ago, although the traumatic experience happened 5 years ago. And so because you are still writing that story, you are actively choosing to not have good situations. You are actively choosing to not have good things happen to you. You are actively choosing to not let good people into your life because you do not want to get hurt again. And I get it. It's a self-defense mechanism. You don't want to get hurt again. But because you keep yourself closed, not only will you not get hurt again, you will not get loved again. Because you're not allowing yourself to have people in your life that are going to love you, right? So now I want you to think about this. So now you completely understand that you are an amazing creator because you've created this huge story, right, around your traumatic experience. So I think it's great. This is good news because you get to know the power that you truly have. You get to know that you are a motherfucking creator, that you can create an empire if you wanted to. If you can build this fort and allow this fort to last for what, 9 years? Dang, I wonder what you can build. Can you build a castle? You know, can you build a gold mine? Like, I really want to see what you can create now that you have created this fort around negativity. What if you created a fort of positivity, right? So the third reason why letting go of your traumatic identity serves you is because now you can actually create a life that you want by being open, right? And so you can now create this life that you want by being open. When the traumatic event happened, you closed yourself off and you said, I'm not getting screwed over again, or I don't deserve this, or I'm ugly, or I'm unworthy, or I'm unlovable, or I'm untrusting. That's what you wrote for yourself. That's what you put in your head, and that is a story that you kept writing for yourself. But now that you understand that you're such an amazing creator, that you have all this power, that you've created this fort for how long, and this fort is still standing, well, guess what? Now you can write another story. Now you can write a whole nother chapter in your story, right? So instead of saying all those things that I just said, how about we start creating a new story? For example, I'm going to give you my story right now. My name is Vanessa Elizabeth Olanike Osibowale White, and I am lovable, and I am beautiful, and I am royalty, and I am motherfucking worthy, and I'm a great soul, I'm a great spirit, I am a great speaker. I fill my life with love and joy and happiness and riches that surround me. I live a very luxurious, rich life, a well-traveled lifestyle. So that's my story that I'm going to create for myself because I have an open heart and I'm going to allow myself to be open. I will say this, yes, you may allow yourself to be open again, and you allow yourself to be open again, and then somebody comes around and fucks with that openness. They come around, they're like, dang, I see Vanessa doing good. I see she open. I'm going to try to mess with her real quick. Yes, I'm going to tell you that is true. That may happen, but guess what? That one in a whatever lifetime chance is not going to stop me from having all these other beautiful experiences that I can have. So I don't want you to think about that maybe, that, oh, well, what if I open up my heart to this person, right? And I've been hurt in the past, or maybe a really bad relationship, and I open myself up again, and somebody comes back into my life, and then I get hurt again, right? That may happen, but I will guarantee you that you will be able to move on quicker. And I also guarantee that you're going to be able to get many more experiences that are going to serve you and serve your new story than what you were holding on to in the past. So I don't want you to think about that one experience that may happen by being open to stop you. Because by doing that, again, you are still living at February 5th, 2001. It is time to move forward to March 3rd, 2010. Yes, I know we're in 2017, just giving the example. It's time to move forward. There's so many good people, so many good experiences that you could be having in your life right now that you are choosing. I really want you to get this through your head. You are actively choosing to not have these good experiences in your life because you are continuing to write the story for yourself. You are continuing to live in the past. You are continuing to be fearful of who the fuck you really are. And you should not be afraid of who you are. I'm going to let you know that I already know that you're a beautiful ass soul. And you're a beautiful ass soul that is meant to do great things, meant to help a lot of people. You are not put on this planet for no reason. You are here for a purpose. You have a purpose. It may take you some time to figure that out, but you have a purpose. So I don't want you to close yourself off to the many great opportunities that are out there in this world for you. I want you to rewrite your new story. So starting now, I want you to comment below what your new story is. I want you to comment below some new characteristics for yourself. For example, I said that I'm Vanessa Elizabeth Olenike Osipowale White and I am beautiful. I live a well-traveled life. I'm very trusting. I'm very open. I'm very loving. I'm much loved in my life. I have so much love surrounding me, so much joy surrounding me, so many riches surrounding me. That is my story. So I want you to write your story right now. Comment below and write out what your new story is. Because you can make this choice today. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to ponder about it. You don't have to be like, what if, what if, what if? We are done with what ifs. We are moving forward and creating our lives, right? So because we understand, number two, that we are such a powerful and great creator, we are creating now. So write that thing down now. Create today. Type out the word. Write down the word. Create your story today. Stop waiting. So I'm going to review the 3 reasons why releasing your trauma identity serves you. The first reason why releasing your trauma identity serves you is that number 1, you get to really know who you really are. Number 2, you understand that you are a great creator. And number 3, you now are able to create the life that you want by being open. So thank you, my beautiful selfish babes, for joining this selfish talk. It is your girl Olenike Osi. You can join the private Facebook group by searching #selfishbabe on Facebook to join us. You can also go to selfishbabe.com for more goodies on up-leveling your self-love. And you can also follow the Selfish Babe Tribe at Selfish Babes on Instagram. And I will be coming to you with another selfish talk soon. Thank you, ladies, for joining. Mwah. I love you very, very much. Mwah.